News now on 2.1 WALT Meridian.
Good morning. I'm Lisa Ruffin with the Twin States Information Update. 2 teens died when the stolen vehicle they were in crashed New Year's Day in Meridian. The crash in the 400 block of 35th Avenue. Other teenagers involved in the wreck were airlifted to area hospitals. Recently elected Lauderdale County officials, including Coroner Stella McMahon and Sheriff Ward Calhoun, were sworn in Sunday at the Lauderdale County Government Center. Their new duties began New Year's Day. Firefighters from a trio of Jones County volunteer fire departments responded to an all-terrain vehicle wreck that left at least one man critically injured. The ATV collision in the 800 block of Summerland Road. The man was ejected from the vehicle. His passenger suffered a foot injury. That's your update. I'm Lisa Ruffin.
Stay up to date with everything in your community online now at WALTmeridian.com.
If you're a bow hunter, enter the Big Buck Bounty Bow Division. Third place is a $50 gift card from the package store of Meridian, a COVID scouting camera from Rock House Gun and Pawn, and a $100 gift card from Great Southern Bank. Go to BigBuckBounty.com/Meridian.
Hey, Meridian, it's Clay Travis.
And I'm Buck Sexton.
Join us later this morning at 11 after Glenn Beck.
Now back to Mornings at Meridian on 102.1 WAL.
Oh, can you see my altar? But so proud we at the cross and I not through the oh, we're together and please free. Yeah, right, that's where yeah, through the night.
Taking care of business every day. Taking care of business every way. I've been taking care of business. It's alright. Taking care of business and working overtime.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Merry New Year. Happy New Year. Glad you're out there tuned in to this, the 2 best hours of local live talk radio right here in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Roger B. This morning with you, yes, reporting for the first day of work this year. And say hi to, here he is, the guy to my left. He is my main man, Roger Beck is in.
Hey, good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And of course, who's that off to your left there?
That would be Mr. Charles Frazier.
Charles.
This thing up. You know, that's how we fix things around here.
Yeah.
Fix my mic. Yeah. Making him silent all day.
We thought maybe it broke last year.
Could have been. I don't know.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Sirs.
Yes.
I guess the big question is, what happened to Alabama?
Alabama is not Alabama.
I missed something.
No. Oh, man.
I'm just going to be.
Not so much a Happy New Year for Alabama fans, is it?
Well, I'm just going to say this.
He's not going to say anything, but he's just going to say
I'm just going to say this. Michigan was just the better ball club, I thought. But they tried to every which way they could figure out to try to lose that head.
Was it because Michigan sacked Alabama like maybe 7 times or 6 or 7 times?
You know, I was texting with some. I was texting with a couple of guys who've been coaching both offense and defense last night. I kind of do that when we get to this time of year and the big, bowl games and championships and whatnot.
Because you know people.
Yeah. And one of those coaches said, you know what? Bottom line is, all of those sacks really go on coaching, to be honest with you, because you need to slide the protection of your offensive line to pick up some of those guys that are rushing in like that. Alabama did not do that early on in the ball game.
Yeah, and it's 1 or 2 are fine, and then you say, okay, make the adjustments because
but they just didn't do that, and they were free to come in and just sack Milroe left and right. And they got really deep in the play clock too, and they couldn't make the adjustments because there was no good communication between the sideline and the players on the field for some reason. So there was just and the last call of the game.
Oh man! Why on earth? Let's see. You've got a strong defense in Michigan. They're expecting the running quarterback to run straight up the middle,
especially when their best receiver got hurt on that third down play, that being the Burton kid, which he's been their best guy all year long. And I hope he's okay. So he's got a big future ahead of him. It looks like he may have tweaked his hamstring after that third down play. So you kind of knew. Michigan knew. Everybody's taking their timeouts to get set. Would you expect that? And you kind of expect a run to happen, but the low snap really broke the timing of that entire play. If you go back and watch the play, the snap, which the center did not have a good night last night.
I'm just wondering, was the center angry at the quarterback?
I don't know.
Did they have a little tiff before the game? Because he was not tight.
Well, I mean, if you remember the drive when they came out of the locker room, Alabama gets the football open in the third quarter. They're driving down the field. Things are looking good for Alabama, and all of a sudden, 2 ugly, and I mean ugly snaps. And, they were just bad.
What's his name? Milroe?
Yeah, Milroe.
He was having to reach for that ball every time. It either would dip way down or way out or whatever. Thinking, really? Is this something? Is he just messing with him? Is this on purpose? What is this about?
Yeah, because if you go back and look at that last play, obviously everybody's focusing on the bad play call. Obviously, I mean, everybody kind of expected him to run the football, but
you think?
Bad snap. And then when he tries to run the football, he trips over one of his own offensive linemen who got whipped on that one side because somebody didn't deliver a block on the edge. So that threw the rest of the timing of the play off. So it was just those little things all night long. If you just kind of peel the ball game back, that's what did Alabama in, just the little minute details that they are always so good at. So, yes, Michigan was the better team last night. I thought, and this is going to probably make a lot of folks upset, I thought Michigan outcoached Alabama last night.
Oh, I think so.
They
Yeah,
cheat.
Feeling the same.
That's what they were doing. They did something cheat. I guarantee you.
Harbaugh showed he's got stuff.
He's it's the first time he's ever won a big game before. I mean, because he can beat Ohio State, that's all well and good, but when it gets to this time of year in January, he just has never got it done. Well, he got it done. Now, here's the one thing I fear going into the next Monday. Is Michigan going to be still too high after winning this ball game? Because it's like you slayed the big giant. That felt like a national championship win, but you still got one more to go.
So they go up against Washington?
Yeah,
Washington,
that's right.
Oh, my goodness.
And there's going to be no controversy
More
because
blue and purple in that field.
I know. There's no controversy, guys. We got two undefeated teams playing each other. So whoever wins will be the final undefeated team in college football.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That kind of brings a little bit of fairness to it.
Yeah, somewhat. Even though Georgia probably watched all that last night, probably thought,
We
probably could beat either of them guys last night.
Just would have, should have. Yeah, but they didn't. So.
Despite them beating a Florida State team with basically third string guys, but anyway.
You told me you said you saw you read Coach Nick Saban's lips one time last night.
We're beating ourselves. You could read that on his lips last night. I think it was either after a penalty or a negative play. You could read it on. He said, "We're beating ourselves."
Well, and and that's interesting he says that because I think at your point earlier about coaching is really what it was. The Michigan line just had the offensive line off their game the whole time.
Yeah.
The snaps were off, as you said, and they didn't make the adjustments they needed to, but it changed the whole tempo of the game and changed the whole exchange between the center and the quarterback.
Folks just don't understand. It's the small things that can balloon into bigger things.
Right.
I mean, special teams we thought was going to be Michigan's undoing because of the bad snap on the extra point, the kid muffing the punt that one time that equaled into a touchdown from Alabama. But luckily for them, they didn't come back and haunt them. So Michigan tried to find every way they could to lose that game because it's like I said earlier before we went on the air. A lot of teams, when they're in that situation, they're like, "Oh, we got the big giant on the ropes here." They get a little tight. Michigan did not get tight. They scored that touchdown in overtime, and I'm like, "Okay, well, here we go. Let's see what happens." And Alabama, with just the poor execution with the center and just other parts of the game, that's what really lost it for them. So.
Alabama was playing their appearance as like they did not deserve to be there. That's the way they looked.
and some of the night, they did not look like they deserved it.
Well, it was a close game. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
That's the whole thing about it. It was like, wow.
Well, they've got such depth and talent on that team that they would overcome some of those problems they were having, but it wasn't enough to overcome them all, obviously. So,
but thank goodness
game,
this is the last year of the playoff 4. Next year they're going to expand it to 12. But I told someone the other day that's all going to be well and good. But guess what? Next year, whoever's at 13 and 14 are going to be fussing about why am I
expanding the controversy. I mean, that's all you do.
That's all that's going to happen. I mean, it's just going to be they're just adding another layer to it as we go here. So,
all right, so explain that to me one more time. We've got a 4-team playoff right now, right?
Yeah, yeah. That was last night. The Sugar Bowl and the Rose Bowl. We were
They call it the semifinals. So they're going to add how many games to this next year?
There's going to be 12 teams overall. The top 4 teams at the end of the year will get a bye in the first round, and the other teams will play each other on college campuses. Like, say, this year, like Florida State would have been a 5 seed this year. They would have played Liberty in Tallahassee. Okay. So that's the way your first round. So they would host a game. Then the next week or the next round, it would be the bowl game starting to get instituted.
So it'll be like second week of December would be the first round. Then the bowl games would be
kind of
another round, although there are other bowl games that wouldn't have any effect on it.
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, so the bowl games will still have some sort of a tie-in to it because you have to have that corporate dollar as a part of it because you saw the big corporate names last night like Allstate and others that were tied to these bowl games. They got to get their fair shake of money into it. So, but,
I was looking at the list, different names of the bowl games. Is there anything that we haven't named a bowl game?
No, right.
Is there WALT? I don't think we've got a bowl game yet.
We haven't. No,
that's going to be a toilet bowl down the hallway.
The Tidy Bowl game.
The Tidy Bowl game.
The Untidy Bowl.
We're not the bowl. We're the brush.
Yeah. That'll be Mississippi State versus Southern Miss. How about that?
Well, speaking of Mississippi, I guess Ole Miss did all right.
Big win for them against Penn State. Good win right there. First time in school history they won 11 games. So big win right there. So
how about them? Well, it's college football weekend. It was, of course, the pros too. I was disappointed, of course, when the Dolphins weren't able to do anything.
Wow, Georgia.
Yeah.
Good Lord, man.
And another Harbaugh. There you go. I mean,
Harbaugh's had a good weekend.
Yeah, the Ravens look really good.
So Harbaugh's had a good weekend. So
mommy must be proud.
Yeah. So yeah, Washington, for those who did not stay up last night.
I didn't do it.
I did.
Oh, bless your soul.
Wow.
Texas almost pulled that thing out last night. They were down, by 6, and they got the ball back with like 40 seconds and had a shot there at the very end to possibly win that thing and came up just a little short. So, but the Penix kid for Washington, he is no doubt a great player.
You know what you call teams that come up a little short? Losers.
Second place.
Yeah.
You win, there ain't no participation trophy.
And I'm sorry, not in this generation. Well, I don't know.
Probably is, yeah, some kind.
I'm sure Nick Saban went into the locker room after the game and said, listen, I just want to say thank you to all of you for your effort. I think you all deserve a trophy for,
And where's my check? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really the trophy, isn't it? How much they get paid for playing in that game?
Yeah.
Lots of money.
And the players, too, they get paid now.
Oh, yeah.
NIL.
Oh, they do. How much they get paid?
I don't know. NIL stuff, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Who is it? Matt Rule said a top-tier quarterback's, what, 1.5, 2 million, something like that? Yeah.
Why go to the pros when you can make money in college?
Why go to a bowl game?
Yeah.
When you don't have to. I don't feel like it. I think I'll sit this one out.
It's changed. It
Well,
really
I'm
has.
reminded that this is the time where now somebody will come and take us off the air and give you emergency broadcast tests. So I don't know exactly when that'll happen. So we apologize for the government interference whenever it happens. Whenever that happens. But anyway, thank you for listening to Mornings in Meridian. And we do get paid, well, only if our advertisers stay with us. And we want to thank our good folks up there in Philadelphia. And I'm talking about our friends, Doc's Toyota. Remember, not all Toyota dealerships are created equal.
That's right. And Doc's Toyota is just a fantastic dealership up there in Philadelphia. It's right up the road. It's a short drive. Of course, a great way to shop at Doc's is to go online, docstoyota.com. They've got all of their brand new 2024 inventory listed there. You can even buy a vehicle online. How cool is that?
That's awesome.
Hell, can't beat it. Of course, they have a huge selection of pre-owned inventory, all been through the rigorous multi-point Toyota inspection process, so you know you're getting a good quality used car. Check them out today. They're at 15120 Highway 16 West in Philadelphia. Of course, docstoyota.com is the way to go. And we like to say there is no deal like a Doc's deal.
Yeah.
All right. It's Mornings in Meridian. We want you to be part of the show. 601-485-9191. 601-485-9191.
So it looks like this matchup between Washington and Michigan is going to be between two Big Ten teams because Washington is getting out of the Pac-12 and going to the Big Ten next year. So that's going to be interesting.
Well, that's next year.
That's next year.
So they're Pac-12 right now, right?
They are.
I ain't watching. There ain't no SEC team.
Yeah.
I ain't watching it crap.
That's not real football, is it?
That ain't real football.
That's right.
More Yankees.
Yankees. God.
Mornings in Meridian. Let's take a phone call here. 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller.
MAGA morning to American patriots.
Speaking of a man of the South.
Happy New Year, Has.
Oh, absolutely. Week 24 America.
Yeah, amen.
Oh, boy. Cross our fingers and stick a needle in our eye and all that stuff.
Say your prayers and hang on.
Yeah.
But I've got an after-action report.
After-action report. Here he is, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
there was some action, just for the record. All right.
Well, last Saturday night, the VFW had their New Year's Eve celebration.
Oh, boy.
Oh, hey, nice.
Oh, yeah. And some of those heiferettes were styling and profiling. They had their sequences on, sequin little things on and everything, and they had party
Heiferettes.
clothes and hats. And I see Mr. Beanie. Of course, he's dressed in the diamonds. But I said, there's something different about Beanie. And it was. He had his hair pulled back at a ponytail.
Whoa.
Are you kidding me?
What?
No! I've got photographic evidence.
Yeah.
Benny's a hippie?
Well, I don't know. But it kind of looks a little different, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Sounds different.
Yeah.
Anytime you see a 95-year-old with a ponytail, that looks a little different.
A little different, yeah.
Willie Nelson.
But there were several nice women there I danced with. One from Philadelphia. And the first thing I noted, that song by the Hollies, you know, a long, tall woman in a black dress.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was one my size, you know, and I thought, whoa, I got pocket change older than that heifer. But, you know.
Oh, my goodness.
But the thing about it, I might be an old dog, but I'm not a dead dog. I might be an old cowboy, but I still know a pretty pony I want to ride when I see it.
Oh, man. Last of the true misogynist. There you go.
That's exactly correct.
That's great. I tell you what.
That's
But you know, Benny never faltered. He danced every dance, and I think he danced with every woman in there. He's an inspiration to me.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
secret to long life.
Ponytail.
Oh yeah, and you know, dancing you can get kind of tired and your hands get cold sometimes, and you know, those jeans they wear, they've got all the little sequins and purling and crochet, whatever that is on the back pocket.
Yes.
That's your emergency gloves.
Okay.
Put your hands in their pockets. And it's like the song, you know, I hope the judge ain't blind. I'm waiting for 8 when they open the gate. You can wait on Metro.
Mercy. I was going to say, you use those mercy gloves.
You got to read the room right. You know, read the motion. But, yeah, I hope everybody had a good New Year. I hope we get off on the right track in America this year, man.
I'm just trying to picture you warming your hands in her pockets, and she's warming her hands on your face, slapping the fire out.
Yeah, I've been slapped for less important things.
I can believe that somehow.
I do believe that.
Well, I mean, if you go that little deal, the slap thing, it just hurts your ego. What does the damage is a Lee press on bear claws. Now that makes the side of your head look like you run through a 5-strand barbed wire fence over and over. Like the learning curve wasn't enough the first time.
Over and over.
But
after 3 or 4 times, you realize I'm not crossing that fence.
No,
man.
You know.
That's all right. Well, it sounds like you had a good.
We've played since the beginning of time.
I'm glad things are going strong, and I appreciate you mentioning the VFW really, because I think that's a great organization over there.
Well, they do a good job, and you know they try to promote patriotism and the veterans and people that actually have gone and defended this country and protected freedom around the world, domestic and foreign enemies. And so, you know, we need to be mindful of that as we go into 2024 because, you know, we have a lot of enemies worldwide that hate us, but we have the domestic enemies that I fear is bad.
You
and
letting more
we
in.
routed out and got rid of, man. I mean, we're going to have another 9/11 style attack. It's coming at some point. There's too many of them over here, too many cells. And they're going to go operational at some point, but so will we. And John McCain, who did a lot of great things, but some things is kind of, you know, cut against the grain. But overall, I think he had the right idea. He borrowed the old Beach Boys song, Bob Iran, and bum, 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 Iran. Bum, 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 Iran. We already should have turned that into a glass parking lot. It should still be glowing when Jesus comes. It might be a basket light, a landing light.
Oh, have mercy.
But
pilots
when
understand
in
that.
doubt, cook them off.
Yeah.
Roger that.
Hey, Happy New Year, Ass. Thanks for checking in.
Roger that.
All right.
Iran.
Bomb, Iran. I remember that was that was back to when they had the hostages back in '79. We were doing that, you know. I think they even made the radio round.
Okay.
Sounds like to me the VFW is the place to be.
I'm telling
on
you.
Saturday nights. I just want to go one night, just kind of sit in the corner and just observe.
I don't know with them blue jeans the way he's described them. I might not want to sit in the corner.
Debbie's listening.
Yeah,
you're sitting in the corner now.
Well, she could be wearing some
there you go.
jeans.
My hands are cold.
Baby's got her blue jeans on.
Oh, mercy. Oh, mercy. Let's talk about Jeffrey Wilson. I'll tell you right now, insurance is still necessary. It's another year. Make sure you're covered.
That's right. You want to save $889 this year?
I'd love to.
Just call Jeffrey Wilson, 601-483-8253. When you bundle your home and auto, you can save right here in Meridian. Of course, you want to know your insurance agent because when you've got an issue, even if it's 3 in the morning, Jeffrey Wilson will take your call. He's probably listening, groaning right now, but he will do it. And of course, he'll also sit down with you once a year, kind of evaluate all your insurance needs. And it's always important that we do that because insurance needs change year to year. All you got to do is pick up the phone and give him a call, 601-483-8253. Of course, you can go by and see him at his office, too, right there on Highway 39 North, 2401 Highway 39 North. That is Jeffrey Wilson. Like a good neighbor, Jeffrey Wilson is there.
Just like a good neighbor.
Probably wearing khakis, too.
Jeffrey is there.
Wow, that's really bad. Yeah.
Wow. Kind of like Alabama last night.
Ooh.
We'll be right back.
Yes.
Song by the Hollies.
Oh, Billy Jack's happy.
Oh, man, Pap tapping his boot right now, I guarantee you. Mornings in Meridian, Roger, along with Rob.
Morning.
Charles is in the house.
I'm over here.
And first song joining the show this morning is the Hollies. That's a long, cool woman in a black dress, well, in blue jeans and hot pockets. And I don't know.
Hot pockets. Cold hands, hot pockets.
Hot pockets.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you bite into one of those.
Wow. We didn't talk about that.
It's like a pizza roll, man.
Mornings in Meridian. Hope you're having a good day. We appreciate you being out there and letting us come and be part of your day on your tractor, your truck, your car, your office, your home, wherever you're listening to us. Thank you so much for letting us be there. This part of the show brought to you in part by Barber & Son Plumbing. We want you to know something. Gary Barber, as always, open for business, ready to train you to be a plumber, because there's a lot of do-it-yourselfers out there that just show up with a picture of whatever the problem is. He gets the part, shows them how to fix it. They go home and fix their plumbing problem.
That's right. Even if you're not a do-it-yourselfer, Gary's going to teach you how to be one, if that's your resolution, to be a do-it-yourselfer.
Ooh.
Gary is the master, the professor. Go see him, 1123 26th Avenue. Of course, just give him a call, 601-482-7023. Every plumbing part that's ever been made is there at Barber & Sons Plumbing. And, of course, you know, people can have some issues, we say. And if you do, then just go see him. You know, you can take a picture of it, and Gary will show you how to fix it. It's that easy. Or you bring the part in, he'll replace it, show you how to hook it up, all that kind of stuff. Check him out. Barber & Sons Plumbing. Been doing it for over 80 years.
Good stuff.
Yes, indeed.
That's it.
He's always got a good story, too.
Yeah.
It's Mornings in Meridian. Let's see. There's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah.
I think we can say that now officially, can't we?
Sheriff Ward Calhoun.
Sworn in on the afternoon this past Sunday, the 31st.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a new gentleman living a life of leisure. Well,
William Solly.
That's right. Listening to a little Fleetwood Mac.
Rearranging the silverware drawer.
Oh, ouch. There we go.
There it is.
Maybe a diagram how to load the dishwasher.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Flow chart.
I was going to say, what is on the honey-do list today for the sheriff?
Probably be quiet. You know, that's number one. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah.
If he's smart, he was probably in a deer stand this morning somewhere.
It's a little chilly to be out there, but that's all right. He can hack it.
He can hack it. That's right. Anyway, folks, we want you to be part of our show, so we give you our number. We gladly do it, 601-485-9191, and let us know what's going on in your world.
Tell you what, the new coroner, Stella McMahon, very busy this weekend, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hate to hear that. So, a lot going on, of course. One of those stories.
So this is not a coroner joke. This is
no,
for real.
this is for real.
No.
So,
Okay.
of course, you guys know about the story by now. The New Year's Day teenagers that crashed on 35th Avenue. One teenager was pronounced dead at a local hospital, according to Lauderdale County Coroner Stella McMahon. A second teenager was pronounced dead Monday evening as a result of injuries from the wreck. That's according to the MPD. Now, 3 of the teenagers involved in the wreck were airlifted to area hospitals in critical condition, according to the Meridian Police Department. One person fled the scene on foot. The coroner's office is releasing no names due to the age of the people involved in the crash. And obviously, when you get to that point, teenagers, underage, and it's just a tough situation. It happened at 5 in the morning on New Year's Day. It was a stolen vehicle with 5 teenagers that crashed at the 3400 block of 35th Avenue. So.
And I think the one who fled was actually the driver.
Yeah.
So,
not sure of the situation there involving, stolen vehicle, teenagers, one person fled, you had the crash and whatnot. So still some more details will come out on this story. But regardless of, how the vehicle was taken or whatever the case may be, still a tough way to start the
tragic
new year here in Meridian, Lauderdale County. So. Yep. Tough deal there.
It was, and there was no indication of a chase or anything like that, though. So,
no, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think
that would have been in the reports, but
yeah.
So just kind of joyriding and going, speeding,
excessive speeds,
reckless. Yeah.
Intoxication, maybe.
There's no reports of that.
Reports of that.
But
like I said, it was at 5 a.m. there on New Year's Day, or yesterday. So. Like I said, but hopefully we'll get some more details about that. Official details from MPD and the coroner's office once they kind of, I would guess, finish their preliminary investigation into some more details. So
I stayed up and welcomed the new year in. I think I went to bed probably about 9:30.
Okay.
So let my eyelids kind of.
You did that in your sleep. You celebrated.
I did celebrate in my sleep, and it was like instead of fireworks, it's just one of these.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Snort works.
What's this? I got big fireworks.
Rattling the silverware or whatever. Mornings in Meridian. We hope you're having a good day. This is a story, guys. This is a national story. Just shows you how Sue happy America is. And
Sue happy?
I know.
Sue happy.
I'm on Sue.
Oh, that kind of Sue.
A Tampa woman sues Hershey over misleading Reese's packaging.
I'm all for this. I read the report. Yeah.
Oh, you saw this one?
Yeah.
You saw this one?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm behind her 110%.
110%.
She says Hershey falsely promised that its holiday-themed Reese's peanut butter candies would have explicit carved-out artistic designs, but said she would have paid $4.49 for the bag of Reese's peanut butter pumpkins if she is aware that the candies didn't have the cute-looking carved eyes and mouth that was shown on the packaging. She's seeking for this thing here that the Hershey has done to her.
Right.
$5 million.
Yeah, I think that's great. And the reason I support it is because I have probably bought about 20 of those bags, and so I'm thinking class action. I'm in on it. I need some of that. Come on, I bought some.
Tell you what, we'll give you a lifetime supply of peanut butter.
And I buy the little Christmas trees too, and they're not decorated, and so I want money for that.
I don't think Cynthia Kelly is really wanting you to be part of the class action.
And I'm not for it.
She just wants her $5 million.
I'd like some of that. I mean, come on now.
For the trauma of opening up the Reese's and not having the card face on them.
Well, that's why I had to buy about 20 bags of those things, just to make sure. Maybe this one will have the card. Oh, they still didn't. Oh, well, I'll get another one.
You are right. We can sue for anything in this country. I mean,
so
really?
she's doing this for the good of the country then.
Yes,
this is not for her.
No,
this is
not self-serving.
This is just to teach a lesson to large corporations like Hershey Chocolate.
I think I'm going to spill a cup of hot coffee on myself.
Oh, man.
Isn't that where this all started, was the cup of McDonald's hot coffee?
Mm-hmm.
This is where this all started.
That's when we didn't become responsible for our own actions. We can blame everybody for anything,
No, it all started back in the late 70s whenever someone said, lawyers can't really advertise. We need to pass a law where lawyers can advertise. Now, if you've been injured, here's who you call.
Mesothelioma.
Mesothelioma. Did you live at Camp Lejeune at once upon a time?
Anytime between like 1904 and 2020.
Did you use Roundup at this point in your life?
Have you ever used Roundup? If so, give us a call.
We've been smoking cigarettes and pipes and cigars for centuries and decades.
But it's not our fault.
But now, it's time for the tobacco companies to pay. It's
That's
like,
right.
oh boy,
blame them for your decision to pick up a cigarette. Okay.
I think I'm gonna sue McDonald's. They got me fat.
Yep.
No.
Their fault.
Don't even joke about it. Oh my
Somebody,
goodness.
It's gonna happen.
It probably has happened. I don't know. It's like, phew. Come on.
Well, them folks make the sandwiches. If I
It's
eat that
so
every day,
tasty, I can't resist.
Oh boy. Well, it's a crazy world out there.
Did she buy just one bag? I mean, was she like Charles? Did she buy multiple bags? I mean,
it doesn't say that. She just says that. There's lawsuit. Tampa. Cynthia Kelly promised that holiday-themed Reese's peanut butter candies would have explicit carved-out artistic designs. And she paid $4 and how about the lawsuits be settled? Here's
$4 and
$4 and whatever.
Here's $4 for the bag and a little extra for your trouble.
Right.
Here's $20. Now go away.
Paid for your gas and for all the pain and suffering that you endured.
Oh mercy!
Wow.
We'll give you a $5. Keep the change.
Yeah. Now, really, the question is, what attorney would take that case? I mean, I know they work on contingencies like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess you get a little publicity because it's so ridiculous, but I don't know if I guess any publicity is good publicity.
You would be shocked of how many attorneys would take that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
getting national headlines.
Because think about that. If you're suing over this $4 and whatever change bag of candy, you're going to hire an attorney. You're going to be out so much money already just on that. What's the point?
Well, they're not doing it. I'm sure they're not paying the attorney.
Yeah,
the attorney's doing it on the contingency.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll take half.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll take
we get
half,
$5 million.
yeah.
You get 2.5. If we get a judge that sees our way, I mean,
Well, what judge is going to see it that way?
Well, unfortunately, there is an understanding among the attorneys and the insurance companies. They do know that insurance companies will sometimes just say, "Okay, let's make this go away."
Oh, here's $100,000.
Yeah,
hey, $50,000 each, not bad.
Hey, go check that corner over. There's a bag over. See what's in it.
Yeah.
How about you take that and go home?
Right.
Happens to be some
Go away.
Hershey chocolates with pumpkin faces on there.
Mm-hmm.
Here,
well, without the pumpkin faces.
Yeah, without the pumpkin faces.
Just the shapes. Nothing carved in.
We're going to put that on the discount aisle of candy.
Yeah. Good. I'll get some more.
Mm-hmm.
Was that person at Hershey's? Is that the same one that worked for Anheuser-Busch? Is that the same?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Just going around getting their companies all
The whole
in
marketing
trouble.
thing.
And you know what? They'll probably make that money back in half a day with as much candy as they sell. The Hershey Company. I mean,
of
come
course.
on, man.
Well, I mean, it's advertised. You mean they sell little pumpkins like that? I didn't even know that. I gotta go find some.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be fine.
Yeah. They see each holiday they have like a different shape.
Yeah.
They've got, of course, Christmas pumpkins. They've got I guess the next one will be Easter, maybe Valentine's Day. I don't know.
Probably
if they do one,
Valentine's with
but,
hearts, and then I guess the Easter eggs. I guess they've had those before too. Like the chocolate will be shaped in an
Right.
egg or whatever, and they'll have the
and then
hearts
there's
for
the lull in between, kind of Easter and or Halloween. So that's unfortunate.
It's all about how you shape your chocolate and peanut butter, isn't it?
Exactly, and the face you put on it.
And the face you put
Or
on
don't
it.
put on
Or
it.
don't. In this case, no.
To the phones
Thanks
we
a
go.
lot.
601-485-9191. Somebody come in here and help us. Good morning.
Happy New Year.
Well, Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you. May your 2024 be blessed and prosperous.
Amen. Thank you for that.
I got in just a minute ago. I was a little late this morning, but I heard comments about lawsuits. I don't know the specifics of it.
Yeah, this was just this was the lady suing Hershey's because they didn't have the carved out artistic designs on the Hershey chocolates that
the pumpkins,
the Reese's,
It's a tragedy.
the Reese's pieces there.
We're all
whatever,
upset about
candies, whatever. Yeah.
Well, that's really tragic. But
It is.
I heard a comment about an understanding between two different groups of individuals. Picture this, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, I lose track of time at my age. A ADSI garbage truck is in the state of Alabama picking up garbage. Bluebird sky day, visibility unlimited.
Yeah.
Truck is stopped. All lights are flashing. Everything is working.
Yeah.
And a gentleman doing in excess of 60 hits the rear end of the truck.
Oh my goodness.
The helper saw it coming, jumped the fence to protect himself.
Yeah.
And the gentleman lived and sued us. So it was our fault for being there at 9:30 in the morning, whatever time. Our carrier settled for an excess of $1 million.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
That's the insurance company saying we just don't want to have to spend money to fight this.
Exactly, which is very tragic.
Wow.
This is
Fast
a
forward a
problem.
year later, same county, same state, same law firm. Another lady hit a truck so hard she rolled it on its side. That's our fault. We shouldn't have been there. So that one's still in litigation. But,
Wow.
That's a crazy, crazy world we live in.
right
Used
about
to,
that.
if you got rear-ended, it was not your fault. That's not true anymore.
No, not as long as there are attorneys that take those cases and insurance companies that don't want to have to fill with them.
Correct.
Absolutely.
I can testify to that personally. It's tragic.
It is tragic. There needs to be some sort of reform that doesn't allow things to be to be settled at ease like that.
Well, of course,
I concur.
Once they know that your company's going to settle, you got a target. Every time there's an accident, every lawyer around says, "Oh yeah, we know what they do," and so it's kind of like hostage negotiation. Once you settle for that, then that's it. Everybody's doing the same thing. They know you're going to play ball.
That's right. So anyway, I just wanted to make that sad comment on the second day of January 2024.
And of course,
blame the lawyers.
And of course, want to remind folks that the Lauderdale County garbage schedule will be as it was last week, right?
Correct. Today we were running Monday routes, tomorrow we'll be running Tuesday and so forth, and run Friday on Saturday. Go back to regular schedule next week.
Well, I have a question. A friend of mine asked me to ask you this because his garbage has accumulated and has some bags that are sitting on top of the cans. Will your guys pick up just bags that are beside the cans?
Yes. We're our contractual obligation, particularly in Christmas. We've always agreed that an occasional excess of garbage adjacent to the cart will be picked up.
I'll tell my friend that. I'll tell my friend who's...
Is your friend named Roger?
Yeah, your friend. RB. You tell RB.
I'll tell RB for you.
I'll tell RB for you.
There you go. He'll appreciate that.
Well, that's what we've always done. Now, if there's a stop that has, 6, 8, 10 bags every week, then we call somebody. So look, you need another cart.
Yeah.
Because it's designed to be chipped with that cart into the truck rather than manually lifted and so forth. But anyway, to answer your question, you tell RB, yes, we will.
All right, I'll pass that word along. He'll appreciate that, I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay. Y'all have a great day.
Bye. Mornings in Meridian. There you go. Get it right there from the horse's mouth.
How much garbage y'all got?
What are they doing up there at that house?
Yeah.
Well, we had company this weekend,
Are y'all shredding Jeffrey Epstein documents over
Whoa. Now, wait a minute.
I know we'll get into that.
I can neither confirm nor deny, right?
Sorry. Define document.
Define document. I don't know.
I just love my wife, Hillary, and my name's not anywhere in that.
I sure miss those trips to the Virgin Islands.
Virgin Islands?
Why they call them Virgin, I do not know.
After he was there.
Right, welcome back. Mornings in Meridian. Hooba Stanks. Doug Robb.
Hooba stank.
Uba?
Hooba.
Thank you.
Doug Robb is 49 years old today.
Guy's got two first names.
Hooba and Stank? No.
Doug, Rob.
Doug and Rob.
Morning.
Doug.
We're glad you're back there. Capital City's Ryan Merchant is 43 years old today. Let's see who's on there. Cuba Gooding Jr., the actor, 56.
Show me the money!
Show me the money, Jerry. Let's see who else we got on the birthday list here on the second day of January. Let's see, Kate Bosworth, 41. Let's see, and born on this day, the late Roger Miller. Yeah. 1936. And disgraced televangelist Jim Baker is 84.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Well, now, how about that? Oh, by the way, TV personality Jack Hanna is 77. Remember him from the Columbus Zoo, and used to be on.
Used to make
Johnny
all the
Carson
all the late night stops with the animals.
It's
Yeah,
always kind of nice.
Yeah.
Well, whether it's late night or early morning, I tell you a good place to stop for some breakfast, or some lunch,
Or some dinner.
dinner,
Or a late night snack.
Where would that be?
That would be the Magnolia Restaurant located inside the Queen City Truck Stop, exit 150. We all know where it is. They get the long haul breakfast. If you're a long haul truck driver, that will keep you going all day long. Of course, it's Tuesday, isn't it? Seems like a Monday, but it's Tuesday. And they got turkey and dressing. If you didn't get enough turkey and dressing last month, they've got more. How about that?
There you go. Some
Yeah,
could you get some cranberry sauce with that?
Yeah, you can get whatever you like. That's
I
right.
like that.
It's a little dry. They also have, of course, hamburger steak with onions and gravy and fried chicken, red beans and rice. That's a great way to start the year. And, of course, they've always got the veggie plates and Rob's personal favorite, the Biggie Burger. How big is it, Rob?
It's huge.
Humongous. Exactly. Go see him, the Magnolia Restaurant inside the Queen City Truck Stop. Of course, you can get something to go, too. All you got to do is call them, 601-482-0259.
A little worried about this year.
Why?
Because I didn't have peas, didn't have black-eyed peas.
Oh, you didn't do that.
I didn't
No
do the
greens.
Oh, we went black-eyed peas, cornbread, cabbage, and ham yesterday.
We didn't do it. Well, we
yeah.
had the bacon, so we almost did the same. But
Yeah,
that was our version of the ham. But
You're
we
gonna-
did it.
You're
Yeah.
gonna have a great year then.
In fact, I had 2 helpings. So
Yeah, we
you
had
know,
we
yeah.
did lunch and then leftovers.
Yeah,
for
that's
dinner.
exactly what I did. Watching the ball game, with cornbread, followed by a bowl of ice cream.
There's
Good
no
way to start the year.
There's no
man.
leftovers
Yeah.
left. We ate them all.
And it was Reese's peanut butter ice cream, actually.
Oh, really?
And I think I'm suing. That's right.
You're gonna sue
I'm not
him.
happy. There was no face in my ice cream. Whatever.
Oh, your face was
5
definitely in
million.
it.
Actually, there wasn't a face. It was mine. I don't even use a spoon anymore. That's my New Year's resolution. Eating ice cream without a spoon.
Why spoons? Who
Stick your
needs
face
spoons?
in.
First
Yeah.
world problems.
Yeah, wow.
No, mercy more. We
Okay.
better take a break for Fox News. We'll come back. It's Mornings in Meridian, the first show of the year. You're out there listening. Thank you for being out there. We do want you to come in here. Write this number down and dial it up, 601-485-9191, 601-485-9191. That puts you here with us when we come back. So in the meantime, enjoy this Fox News segment. I'm Roger. He's Rob. He's Charles.
I am.
Happy New Year, everybody. We're doing the second hour now of the 2 best hours of local live talk radio here in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Broadcasting on terrestrial radio, but also coming at you on WALTmeridian.com so you can stream. And, of course, don't forget to check us out on Facebook. And according to Rob, there is a new WALT app out there.
That's right. Search WALT 102.1 wherever you get your apps, and you can tap the app and listen to us live right now.
Tap the app. Oh, boy, I tell you what. Love the terminology we have these days. Well, I don't know about tapping his app, but let's say hi to Mr. Charles Frazier.
Don't ever tap my app, please.
Hey, whoa, hey,
man, if you want to make
a family show, come on now.
If you want to make a man upset, start tapping his app there.
Exactly right.
All right.
I'm already upset.
I can tell. Well, you know, technology, it's just great. You know, we've gone from just a terrestrial radio station to all these wonderful ways to access us, and people who have always said, why don't y'all stream? Why don't you on the internet? Well, here we are, so give us a call. 601-485-9191. That's our talk line.
Well, I was going to say, we were terrestrial, now we're extraterrestrial, aren't we? Yes. Indeed.
We are extraterrestrial.
But not aliens, because, you know, they're all coming over the border.
Well,
we're not. We've been, well, I came over the border. But anyway, that's a whole different story, legally, I might add.
You did, didn't you? You were a dual citizen at birth. I don't know how you do that or not. Did you?
No, I didn't. Who knows?
Do they have a, like, when you were born, did you have like a passport already, U.S. passport?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't remember it.
Don't remember much about that, do you?
Yeah, memory's a little hazy about the birth.
Well, what hospital did you say your parents say you were born in? You were born in a hospital?
It was a Canadian Red Cross hospital on the grounds of a stately home in England, actually, believe it or not.
It was a stately home?
Yes, Clifton.
It was in Clifton.
Yeah.
And it was a Red Cross hospital.
Canadian Red Cross. It was built in World War I.
I was just wondering what the difference between the Canadian Red Cross versus
I don't know. It's got a little maple leaf in it or something. I have no idea. I guess for Canadian soldiers returning from the front, I don't know why. Why are you asking me?
I just think that's fun. I think it's fun to know that, well, Rob, let's say you were born here in Lauderdale County?
Yes, in Meridian, yes.
Look here. Here's a local guy right here. I was born in Florida, so that's
okay.
Kinda,
yeah.
But you
Florida guy. You are the epitome of Florida guy.
I need to wear sandals. Really, I need to.
Okay.
Socks and sandals.
That would be nice. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and pants and a shirt, please.
We're going to be a shuffleboard there after the show. If you want to come and join us there.
Pickleball, I believe, is that's the trendy game.
Oh, are they switching to that now? Yeah. All those youngsters. Ever since they started letting those 70-year-olds in the trailer park, it's been going downhill ever since. Mornings in Meridian. Let's take a phone call. 601-485-9191. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, let's see. We got Charles and Rob and Mr. Weidman.
Yes, Mr. Weidman.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Born in England with a German Jewish name. Okay, there we go.
Well, it's just fun Friday. It sounds like it.
Well, I tell you what. It sounds like you had a fun Saturday night, Mr.
With a ponytail. Yep. Tell us about that.
Well, you know how it is when old men, they like children. One thing in this second childhood, they got to do something that's supposed to be seen and not heard.
Well, now, Benny, what's this ponytail? Come on now. Tell me about this. I mean, are you just not getting haircuts these days? What's the deal?
Well, my barber died, and I...
No, I didn't know that.
Sorry to hear that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he died. It was one that had was shop down there on 26th Avenue. And
I'm sorry.
About B.C. Street, something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I heard these ladies talking about how they admired a man with a ponytail.
Uh-oh, that's the problem. There's the reason.
Well,
I think...
thought maybe if they admired that man over there at 6'2" with a ponytail, maybe I could give just a little attention with my... since I've lost 2.5 inches and has dances with those nice big tall ladies, he's got enough stature he can do it.
Yeah.
But since I shrunk, I like to dance with them, but I don't like to look up at them to see their face. I'd rather look it straight ahead.
I understand. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. It goes back to why we do anything, us guys, and that is because some girls said, well, I think it looks cute.
That's right.
That's why we do that.
They're just toying with us a lot of times.
Yeah,
We
most
gotta-
times.
That's all right.
Ever
gotta
since,
impress the ladies.
ever
It
since,
takes more and more.
yeah.
Takes more and more to impress them after you get past 95, because you don't have too much to offer them, you know.
Mm-hmm. Ever since Nikki told Rob I like a guy with bald head, look at him.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, that reminds me of my New Year's resolution.
Oh.
I didn't do much of anything last year, but this year I'm going to try to do less.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, I do have one thing on my bucket list. I'm looking for a wife. I want to get married.
Okay.
Now, here's the requirements of
Okay.
her.
Here's the criteria, all right?
Got to be a nun. Got to have a car and can drive.
The driving nun.
Driving nun and live up to her vows of being a nun.
Now, why do you? I guess you're pretty safe because you know nuns don't marry. I guess.
Well, that's not the only thing they don't do. I'm not gonna draw you a picture now.
No, I don't need the picture. It just reminds me of the joke. Why do nuns travel in pairs? But anyway, that's a whole different story.
But anyway, I'm proud of my Alabama team because they number 4. Michigan was number 1.
Yeah.
And I mean, they just almost put a shellacking on them.
Well, and they could have.
Yeah.
They could have, Benny, if they'd have just brought their shellacker.
If they just had a little bit better coaching, I think they could have really whipped them bad.
Oh, my.
Wow.
There you have it there. You have it from Benny himself.
Heresy, I think, is what you call that. I'm not sure.
But anyway, that's my opinion.
It's your opinion. You're
Okay.
sticking to it.
That's
All right.
right.
Well, do you seriously have any New Year's resolutions, or you just you're kind of okay here at
I'm just kind of coasting along, going with it, flowing with the current, and I did have a couple of good friends of mine. They gave me a nice, beautiful folding chair, and it's got a cup holder in one of the armrests. So
nice.
I guess they think I'm supposed to be sitting out on my patio in that chair, drinking my mint julep and just, watching the world go by.
Well, you do need some
Sounds
fresh
good to
air.
me.
You do
Yeah.
need to get some fresh air, so that's good.
Right. But, anyway.
And mint is good for you. Mint is a healthy herb. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, Hans is really getting good. He's charming a lot of ladies out there.
Do you not feel competitive with him, or do you feel like is he kind of like coming in on your territory, and or are you happy to share the dance floor?
Oh, well, there's plenty enough to go around for everybody.
Okay, gotcha. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, a happy New Year to you, sir, and of course, as we go into this new year, of course, what month does your birthday roll around?
March.
Oh, okay, so we'll be looking.
A couple of days off of spring is March 22nd.
Okay.
March 22, and that's we're going for the 96, aren't we?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, so.
Well, I think you're on your way. If you keep dancing at the VFW, you're going to be around quite a while.
Well, I don't know. It's getting harder and harder every morning to get up and take those first 3 or 4 steps.
That's why the VFW is at night. That's
up in the afternoon.
That's why the dance is at night.
Yeah, we're supposed to be high alert by then.
That's right.
Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day.
Thank you, Benny. Appreciate that.
Now.
Thank you. 601-485-9191. Want to say a big thank you to our sponsors that make our show possible. And I want to say a big thank you to Adam and Adam Carmichael, Adam Carmichael and Adam McCree, because they, at A&A Glass, they take care of your auto glass.
You think that's how they came up with the name?
I think it was.
Oh!
I think it was that. I think
stroke of brilliance.
They
Of
took
course.
their initials. I mean, it wasn't like Hoobastank glass repair or anything like that.
Hoobastank glass.
Huba what?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That wouldn't be.
It's a
I
good
wouldn't get
name.
my glass done there.
A&A
But A&A,
glass.
I would. That's right. And, of course, they've been the #1 glass replacement company here in town for 10 years running. They must be doing something right. Right there at 217 22nd Avenue, just 2 doors down from the Meridian Children's Museum. Open 8 to 4, Monday through Friday. Give them a call, 601-693-GLASS. They'll beat any price in town. They're fast, friendly, got great T-shirts, too. And I tell you what, as you are driving home or to work, if you see the sun low on the horizon, it is so bright these days. If you got that little crack, that little peck, and before you know it, with this cold, hot weather, it's going to be a big crack. You won't be able to see because of that low sun, so get your glass replaced today. Go to A&A Glass, 217 22nd Avenue or Cedar Ward Parkway, 601-693-GLASS.
Mornings in Meridian. Our number here is 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are y'all doing today?
Hey, Zane.
Oh,
Doing fine,
Happy
Zane.
New Year.
Was that woman that Has was talking about? I think I've danced with her before, and she is a wild bunch.
Were your hands cold?
No.
Okay, good. I wanted to clarify
No,
what's going on there.
I about started a war down there
Ooh,
dancing with that
cool.
girl because it was another woman that was a big jealousy thing.
Oh.
But,
no.
Mr. Benny, he's the alpha male of the VFW, so he doesn't have to worry about it. He's got his pick of the litter down there, so
My
he's
goodness.
pretty cool about everything.
Pick of the litter. Boy.
That's right. But yes, man, my New Year was great. It was really cool,
How was it cool?
and it was just really cool. We just went out, and my new lady learned how to play Jenga,
Jenga.
and we played Jenga all night.
Is this something?
And another
I'm
lady
almost
in our-
afraid to ask what is Jenga.
You know what Jenga
Is there a learning curve for Jenga? I guess there is.
Jenga.
Well, the stack
Roger doesn't know
blocks.
what Jenga is.
Oh, he has not lived.
Man,
Come on,
you
Roger.
stack little wood blocks up, and you have to pull a block out of the bottom and put on the top until it falls over.
And then when it falls, everybody goes, Jenga.
Oh, I remember that when I was a kid. We called it blocks.
Yeah, well, it's called Jenga now.
Oh, it's Jenga.
Got a
Okay.
fancy name.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had one in our group that was drinking Jaeger, and she was so tore up that she couldn't use her both hands and both feet to hold the Jenga tower to pull the block out.
Yeah, I've never seen the feet being used.
Yeah,
in
I'm about
Jenga.
to say, that's a new game. I like that one.
Right. What other body parts can you use? A key? Well, it's not okay. Keep
It's
it clean.
it's a family show.
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's a
Zane
family
called.
here now.
I'm just here on the wall. I think the car went off and
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were out at a local bar, so we couldn't get too wild there. Of course, that is kind of a wild bar.
playing
But
Jenga
anyway,
at a local bar.
that's it.
So that's that. Okay, it's the game that's like makes an atrocious, annoying noise when all the blocks fall, and you're like, "What in the world is that?" And you're on your last nerve and all that. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, well, there's enough noise and everything else in the bar, you don't even hear them fall. But you hear everybody yelling when they're laughing at somebody else for knocking them over.
Jenga. Okay, Jenga.
Jenga.
Yeah, but anyway, so and
Well, I'm glad you
me
and
Ann, we rung the.
you're calling her. You're still calling her your new lady. So that's a good sign.
Unless it's another new lady.
Unless it's another new lady.
I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah. No, this is a keeper.
It's the old new lady. The new old lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Whichever way you want to call
old, new, old lady. That's it.
She's a keeper. It's almost like you have a cage for her or something.
Oh wow.
He's the keeper. No, she's the keeper of him, maybe. And that's what it is.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
in the cage.
exactly.
Yeah, then aren't we all really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I'm going to keep this one. Mommy, can I keep her?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she is listening right now because I just saw she made a comment about Benny.
Oh,
Yeah,
But
okay.
Benny, he was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in church Sunday, so he can throw down all night and make it to church the next morning.
Yeah, just highlighted one. She just said that he's a keeper.
There we go.
Yeah.
Very good. Hey, that's fantastic. Got people listening talking on the phone, listening on the radio, and of course streaming online. Very good.
Yep, and I see her talking about me already popping up online.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's pretty cool that the comments pop up when somebody comments in. It pops up on the feed.
Yeah, we could do that now.
But of course, some people probably need to be banned. But
Yeah. Not naming names or anything.
Right. But yeah, it's a whole new year, and fresh start with everything, and just 24 is going to be a good year.
Absolutely.
I'm counting on it.
Yeah, and Rogers, he has a perfect attendance record.
Want to
this
know?
year.
Yeah, tune in Monday.
There you go. There's your first warning.
And the other thing that confuses me, New York Rangers are leading the National Hockey League.
Oh, here comes the hockey.
I mean,
All right.
25-9. Can you believe that?
I know.
How about that?
What'd you think about that Michigan goal last week? Connor Bedard?
I ain't even following it.
Oh, you hadn't? It just came up on my feed, but
Didn't they have the outdoor game yesterday, too?
I didn't see that
Yeah,
one.
in Seattle. I hadn't even looked at the recap of that.
Yeah, it was the Kraken and the Golden Knights played. The Kraken.
Smoking the Kraken.
They're actually thinking about doing hockey like it used to be outside.
Yeah, they do it every year.
Yeah,
not in Tampa Bay.
It's really cool.
Yeah, they do. They've had the games. I think they had one at Fenway Park one time, and they do.
Sure.
They do like once a year. They do like an outdoor game,
And then they're like, "Oh, it's cold out here."
"Yeah, time to go.
Go inside, man." Whew. Except the Canadians
Yeah,
like it, but anyway.
unfortunately, Tampa can't host.
No.
Vegas can't host one.
Yeah, that's true.
It's tough to do in the
Nashville,
desert.
if it's a real cold streak, they might do one.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
Dallas is out, so just the Yankee teams get to do it.
That's right.
Well, sir, thank you. We got a new girlfriend report.
Well, I'm about to put. I'm about to.
Jenga, we can report, and a hockey report all in one
Hockey.
phone call, and then we.
Wow, and I just highlighted a comment.
And everything's going good till we throw the hockey report in, and then
Yep.
Roger's ready to get off the phone. But okay.
Well, and I just highlighted a comment up here too that Zane will probably see in a minute.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's it.
Greatest love I've ever known.
My goodness.
Yes, that's it.
My
Like that, she's a
goodness.
keeper.
All right.
The
Sounds
girl
like it.
stalked me for years.
Stalked you for years.
Really did. It was
She's
almost
typing
creepy,
fast
her
now. What?
stalking me.
It was true love, I guarantee it.
Well, I
It's
do
the
have,
ponytail
I
is
do
what it
have
is,
another
Zane.
caller coming behind you, Zane, but I'm not trying to rush you off, but because it is the new year, I appreciate you being out there. Thank you for listening and contributing. But anything else before we let you go?
I guess that's it. Go Stars, go Tampa. You guys have a wonderful day and a happy New Year.
All right. Mornings in Meridian, 601-485-9191. Good morning, caller. Welcome to our show.
I had a preacher. That preacher was telling about another preacher friend of his.
Yeah.
He said old woman died in the church, main woman in the church, and he asked them to sing at a funeral. He said, "This is a very unusual request." He said, "But it's her song. She loved it. We want you to sing Jingle Bells."
Wow. Jingle
I
bells.
said, "Really?" He said, and so he said, "It's a long verse. It sung 6 verses of Jingle Bells at the funeral. And at the funeral, the old man come up to us. I'm sorry, Pastor, but I couldn't hear it right. Her favorite song was Ring Those Golden Bells in Heaven."
Oh, my God. Ring those golden bells.
Yeah, he misunderstood it because he couldn't hear.
Oh, man.
Oh, well.
He said he sat there and sung 6 verses. Tell you one more thing, and it ain't no bad story.
All right.
My grandpa was known when he was a preacher. They called him the house, and he always had about 6 or 8 women always around him. So talk about that other guy in his 90s. I went to the old folks' home, and Grandpa would be sitting up there, and he'd have every one of the women sitting at the table with him. We call him the rooster. and the poor old men sitting there by themselves. They were sitting with the house, my grandpa.
Yeah.
And wasn't nobody sitting with the other old man in there. So,
Yeah,
hey,
but-
93, keep rocking. Keep rocking.
Keep rocking.
That's right. Keep rocking.
The rooster.
The rooster. Mornings in Meridian. Yeah, the song was ring those golden bells, not jingle bells.
Not jingle
That's
bells.
close.
That would be
bells.
Whatever.
Bells will be ringing. Oh, yeah, that'd be good. Well, that's one thing we are behind now, or put behind us is Christmas music.
Thank God.
Oh my goodness. Rob is so neck deep in Christmas music each year. It's he's always glad whenever we're able to rechange that format there. Well, right now we're going to take a break. Fox News is coming up, and then Your Money Now. We'll be right back. Roger, Rob, and Charles, all three of us.
engineer on every train.
That's a good one.
Ah, yes. Nice classic there from Roger Miller. We lost him in 1992, but he was born this day in 1936.
You can hear classics like that on 105.7 The Legend.
That's right. Our sister station, as we like to say. Anyway, it's a good day out there. Second day of January. Roger here, along with Rob. Charles is in the house, getting off to a new year here.
Yes, we are.
And of course, let's see what sponsor is next on this new year.
Well,
who do we want to shout out to today?
We want to shout out to Premier Paint and Body.
Danny Shelton.
Yes,
right.
good folks. Happy New Year, y'all, at Premier Paint and Body.
Right, providing the best auto body work and quality paint jobs for over 30 years. As Rob said, Danny Shelton leads the crew, over 90 years combined experience among that hard-working, dedicated staff. And, of course, no job is too small or too large. If you've got a ding, dent, scratch, or something a lot worse, bring your vehicle over to Premier Paint and Body, located right next to Johnson Dodge on Highway 39 North, open 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. And write this number down, because when you need it, you really need it, 601-482-PAINT. Just tell the tow truck driver to bring it over to Premier Paint and Body, right next to Johnson Dodge. And, of course, they do auto body repair and painting, automotive glass replacement. They'll give you a free estimate. They'll work with your insurance company, and all of their work has a lifetime warranty. There's a reason they're called Premier Paint and Body. It's because they are the premier paint and body shop here in town. 601-482-PAINT.
That was lung cancer that got Roger Miller.
Okay.
I found out he had lung
He
cancer.
said he ain't got no cigarettes, but I guess he did have
fall
some
of
cigarettes.
91. So,
Okie dokie.
Just kind of wondering sometimes what brings some of these stars down. We hope you're out there. I hope you have a good, healthy new year. And we want you to be part of our show. 601-485. But here with us.
I'm pretty sure the national shows today are going to be talking about this Epstein, Bill Clinton story
Who is
today.
this? Epstein? What is this Epstein?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Never heard of him.
Looks like former President Bill Clinton is going to be identified as one of several John Does in previously redacted documents related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. A report came out yesterday that Clinton is not the only big name expected to be released. There are more than 150 individuals identified only as John or Jane Does, but the legal masking is about to come off. Yeah, last month, a federal judge in New York ordered the unsealing of dozens of documents that name people linked to the late disgraced financer. Of course, you always hear about Epstein Island all the time, and all the many folks that took the rides there. And according to ABC News, they said on New Year's Eve that Clinton will be named, but there is no indication the sealed records contain evidence of illegal conduct by the former president. Clinton is mentioned more than 50 times in the redacted filings. Wow. So, So that's going to be coming out very soon. Yeah, and Prince Andrew, too. Yeah, that's also mentioned in here.
You know, if my name was actually John Doe, I think I'd have a lawsuit. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, why do you keep calling my name out? Or Jane Doe, for that matter.
Imagine if your name was John Doe and you bought a bag of Reese's peanut butter.
Yeah, right.
Didn't have the faces
They
on
would,
them.
they would just eliminate it.
Oh, man. So
forget it. That lawsuit's got no merit.
Epstein Island. Oh, yeah.
Epstein Island.
Is that what we're going to play when we read the
I see the plane in the air now. They're flying.
I'll tell you what, this is great to get away from Hillary for the weekend.
I still love my wife so much.
It'd be great to get away from Hillary for any weekend.
So it sounds
Wherever
like
he's
so
going,
it sounds like to me this all kind of stems back from a lawsuit that was filed back in 2015 by one of the accusers in a civil suit, and now they're going to be basically unsealing a lot of this in court filings. That's what a judge ordered. So, but and Clinton is going to be named a good bit of times.
Sure.
So.
Which opens him up, I guess, for civil suits.
I would think so.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Because you always heard there's all these big names that were always on the jet going to Epstein Island. All the strange things that happened there. So I remember back when Donald Trump was running for president, they had asked him about that, and he says, "I know Bill Clinton had been there several times, and Bill Gates and many others." Just started naming folks, but Now it looks like once this is redacted, boy, a lot of this is going to really start to ring true here that it was going on. So
let's see, every time that President Trump said something, it ended up being true.
I know. It's like, man, what the heck?
Let's see, we had a president who told the truth, worked for free, and did what was good for America. And we hated him. Can somebody fill in these blanks for me? What's happening here? What's wrong here? Mornings in Meridian, you too can be part of the show. 601-485-9191. 601-485-9191. Give us a call if you were one of the persons on Epstein's plane. We'd love to hear from you. What was it like?
How was the island? Yeah.
Well, they're saying that he was on a lot of these planes. It was humanitarian flights.
Of course it was humanitarian.
Yeah, humanitarian flights.
I'm investigating this place. I'm going to shut this thing down.
He'll weasel out of it somehow. You know he will. But anyway,
well, you know, at this point, you know,
he's not going to run for anything.
What's his care level at this point? I mean, end of your political
your
career.
legacy, I think. You know, and that's
legacy, schmegacy.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
yeah, it's a Clinton.
That's all he's got.
We're talking the Clintons here.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
All I gotta say is I love my wife Hillary because if I don't, then I'm gonna end up like some of these other folks.
Have mercy.
Never seen a man more scared of a person in my life, probably.
I'm scared of her too. I mean, shoot.
Yeah.
I don't. I think she got little the Hillary Clinton legacy. What's her legacy? What is it going to be? It's going to be the night
well, a lot of people died around her. You know, that's always a legacy. How many hundreds have died? You know, been associated with her.
Why do you think Why do you think he keeps saying, "I love my wife"?
I love her. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Right. All right.
I don't know if they have. I don't know if they have a marriage or an arrangement. What do you think? It's
I think with Hillary, her big legacy is going to be the basket of deplorable statement. That's always going to go with her the rest of her life. When she said that, it was
and
like,
that's well deserved. I think that she should wear that the rest of her days.
So I remember when that statement was said, I was like, ooh. You want to talk about it alienating a voting bloc?
Right. Half the country.
Yeah.
Wow. Well done. You just did it.
I just at some point I do want to get a picture to hang on the wall, a blow up of the convention hall the night she lost the election.
Ooh.
And when it went quiet and the balloons didn't fall and all this kind of stuff. I'd just like to have a picture of that empty hall. I need to put that. That's a keeper right there.
That was about as many people that showed up for Biden's campaign rallies.
Oh, well, there you go.
Before he had
in the basement. Where were they? Were they held in the basement?
Yeah, I had all these dry. I remember they had one over in Atlanta one time. A friend of mine lives over there. They had one that said it was like a drive up because of COVID, and they said
drive through.
It like people were just honking horns at Biden. And I was, and this is the guy that had more votes than Barack Obama.
Okay. Well, while we're talking about politics, let's go to a little political history. It was on this day in 1960 that Senator John Fitzgerald Kennedy of Massachusetts announced his candidacy. Now, keep in mind, the election was in 1960. This is
wow. How about that?
The election was November of 1960.
Well, and he announced the year.
But wow. The 2nd of January 1960 announced his candidacy.
We'll get back to that.
Please.
And it would be good. I think it would be good to return to, okay, this is election year. Let's see who's in the mix now.
Right. Announce.
Instead
not even have debates.
We've already had
four debates.
Four debates
already.
And the year's just now starting.
And we still technically have, 4 candidates on the Republican side? Well, 4 that have been on the stage. And, of course, when you include Trump, 5.
Right.
So...
And, of course, it was also on this day, a little bit later in 1960, that Herbert, or I should say, J. Edgar Hoover announced, don't worry, we have a plan.
Yeah!
Okay.
That makes me feel great.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's dark. That's dark.
Low-hanging fruit.
Dark humor, I might say. Dark. Anyway, no, but in 1965, on this day, Dr. Martin Luther King began a drive to register black voters.
Huh.
So,
good.
Kind of a post signing of the Civil Rights Bill of '64. And here's one. Here's one that everybody loves. If you were alive and driving in 1974, of course, remember we had the fuel crisis. It was the crisis where we were being held hostage, however you want to put it. The OPEC nations. We had a shortage of oil in the United States, so we said.
Guess what? It's coming again.
And President Nixon signed into legislation requiring states requiring states to limit the highway speeds to 55 miles per hour.
Well, I can't drive 55.
No, you, me, and Sammy Hagar. I'll tell you right now. So if you can imagine this, folks, it was in 74, trying to save money, and somebody told the president, you know, we can save a lot of gas if we just, everybody drives 55. And, by the way, the Highway Patrol did do a very good job of enforcing that.
Just think
law.
of all the revenue we'll get.
Yeah, right?
In fact, my very first ticket ever was 67 in a 55, and so you know, that was right now 67 would be considered driving slow.
Yeah,
more or less. So it's just kind of interesting how things. And by the way, that was a law until it was repealed by President Reagan in 1994. I think 95.
Reagan.
Did I say Reagan?
You did, yeah. It wouldn't.
That'd
be Clinton, probably, right?
Clinton. Might have been Clinton.
See, look, well, he was down at the island. I can't get to the airport fast enough. We need to
I was trying to drive away from Hillary so fast, I had to sign that bill into law.
Right. Like at 85.
Okay, so federal speed limits were abolished in 95. Okay. Well,
like I said, oil crisis, that was in 74. Coming again?
Well, you know, there's a lot of talk about the Suez Canal and the access and all the oil coming through there, and the Houthi rebels and what they're doing. The Iranians have put a warship in the Gulf now, so all kinds of interesting things happening over there. So, yeah, the supply of oil is definitely going to have a difficult time getting to this country.
So enjoy those gas prices while you got them.
If only we were energy independent.
Rob,
what a brilliant idea!
Thank you. I thought of that myself. Thank you. Just kind of came to me.
There were lines at the fuel pumps in 74, and if you had an odd number on your license tag, you would show up for gas on that.
If you got like a vanity
certain
plate,
day.
you know, like the stupid vanity plates that people have.
Now would be you're just out of luck. You're not getting
Pretty
gas.
much. Vanity plate, sorry.
Sorry.
All you got to do is just get one of them EVs and it's okay.
Get one of those EVs.
Yeah. Okay.
That is charged by electricity, powered by, and guess what? We're Mississippi Power developing power just up the road there in Kemper County with natural gas.
I got some of that. Now, we also have rolling brownouts, blackouts, and things like that. So how are you going to charge it when you got that blackout going?
And what are you going to do when you got to replace the battery for God knows how much money?
$30,000? You just buy a new car.
Now, see, that's what I like about Epstein. He had his own island. You see, he had his own island where he didn't have to worry about all this stuff.
Who's that supposed to be?
I don't know anything about that. Right.
A little bit of Perot coming out here. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Wow. Blast from the past. Yeah. Kind of got to crouch down if you're imitating him.
Oh, and don't forget, they always say EVs are good for Mother Earth, but what do they have to dig to get those batteries made?
And
They
what do they
dig
dig
in Mother Earth.
Right, and what are they digging with?
Lithium? Is it lithium? Is that what?
Yeah.
How many man hours for each battery? And what do they do with the batteries when they're dead? And, you know, it goes on and on and on. Yeah.
Well, there's enough stupid people out there that believe the lie that somehow this is a green thing, it's a good thing, and for somehow it's going to revolutionize it's going to save the Earth. We're going to actually save the Earth by switching to electric vehicles.
Those people are called sheeple.
Sheeple. Ah, I like that. Sheeple. And, of course, one of the main shepherds is up there in New York, AOC.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a shepherdess, I guess you might say. Anyway, folks, we want to hear from you. We just might take a break here. That's what we should do. 601-485-9191. And you know, I didn't mean to call you stupid if you're a big electric vehicle person.
Yeah, you did.
I take it back. Right.
Wear it. Be proud.
But it's okay if you want to have an electric vehicle. But if you think this is the answer to the Earth's problems, you're sadly mistaken.
Yep.
50 cents.
Yes. Huey Lewis and the News. Oh, come on. Play it out there. Yeah. Good sax. Good sax.
Whoa, we all like good sax.
Mornings in Meridian. Glad you're out there. That's Charles. That's Rob. I'm Roger B. And this is a good morning here. It's the first show of the new year.
I want to get back to that ESPN story. What's going on over there?
Oh,
I want to see that.
Charles brought up something during the break that's got our attention here. What's the deal over there, Charles?
Well, the deal is apparently that ESPN is getting some flack for showing a scene of Bourbon Street during the Sugar Bowl, and a woman flashed her breasts. And we were just looking for the footage. We wanted to verify that this was indeed true, but of course there is no footage of that, so
there's no proof.
We can't verify that.
It is New Orleans.
Exactly.
Like that's news. A person in New Orleans on Bourbon Street flashed their breast. That's news.
Well, they just
now?
didn't show it. I mean, that's what I don't get. I mean, if you're gonna, talk.
Can you
about
imagine the fans from Washington, from Seattle, Washington, and New Orleans? They were in another world this weekend.
Well,
they were like, "Whoa,
what is going on here?"
Can you
pretty
imagine?
liberal up there, but anyway.
Because like with the Texas folks being in New Orleans, I mean, they probably invaded. I mean, it looked like the crowd last night was a little heavier Texas, obviously, but yeah, they probably took over the whole town probably, and they went home disappointed.
Well, New Year's Eve, there's a lot of folks that go down there, not for the Sugar Bowl. So
now, you having been working in New Orleans during these Sugar Bowl events, what's it like for you're a restaurateur, and it's the Sugar Bowl. I mean, what's the deal?
I mean, there's so many events in New Orleans that it's just another one. I mean, it's
Is
good,
that
and the
right?
fans. We always look at who the fans were coming in, and is it Alabama? Is it LSU? Who's playing, and what kind of fan base do they have? So, it's good. It's good for the bars. Restaurants do pretty well as well. But of course, when I was there were so many big conventions, and that was the big drivers. We'd have 20, 30,000 doctors in town. I mean, you talk about a lot of money and people just throwing money around. I mean,
Is there a doctor in the house?
Yeah.
They all
Right.
stand up. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So big convention, New Orleans, convention central, so to speak.
It was, or Event Central. I mean, but there's all kinds of different things. But the Sugar Bowl certainly would bring a lot of people. That Final Four there a lot. Things of that nature. So a lot of big sporting events as well.
Because can you imagine if Texas would have won last night? The national title game is going to be in Houston next week. They would have
home field
pretty much invaded that place, but they, of course, lost, and now you got Washington and Michigan, which I think they'll both be well
I think
attended.
Michigan's going to be well
Michigan's
represented,
gonna be well
because it's
represented.
been a long time for them, and they got a huge fan base.
Yeah.
Not as big as Washington's, but Washington's a little further afield.
What is the team? I know Michigan Wolverines, but what's Washington? What's their?
They're
Huskies.
the Huskies.
Huskies.
The Huskies. Okay, Washington State Huskies.
They wear the big jeans, like the Huskies.
He told they fat
They're
boys?
just a little chubby. He's just a little bigger. He's not fat. We get him the Huskies.
Well, that's good then.
Right.
Well, okay, we'll get to hear from a team way up in the Northwest where we never hear from anybody.
Well, and here's the problem: they're going to start that ball game at what time next Monday night? It's going to be probably 7:30, and
5:30 their time.
and
Why do they
it'll
do
be
that?
I mean, I don't know. They do it on these Monday nights, and they play the deadgum thing so late. That's like the Sugar Bowl last night. It didn't start till almost 8 o'clock.
Oh, I wish they had done the Rose Bowl like 2
Which
hours
made no
earlier.
sense. They did the West Coast game earlier.
Yeah.
Why didn't they flip that and do the West Coast game later?
Well,
that would have made more
it's
sense.
been tradition. They've had that Rose Bowl and that time slot
Well, it's
forever,
true,
never,
but-
never, never.
Tradition.
Yeah.
Well, our tradition here at Mornings in Meridian is to make sure you have a good quality 2-hour show, and we're coming up toward the end of that. And we want to thank our sponsors. We don't have any others listed for today.
We do, of course, and it's also our mission to make sure you've got a good quality battery in your vehicle. I saw a golf cart out there this morning. Roger, care to explain?
Yes, I do care to explain. I'll be taking the golf cart to Battery One Source this morning because I think our charger is gone, but we're just going to make sure the batteries are checked and that they are able to take a charge. But we really think the charger is the issue. But we're going to have them check it all out at Battery One Source.
Right, and they'll repair the charger, won't they?
They'll either do that or tell me to go buy one.
I got you.
One or the other.
Well, it is your one source for all batteries, whether you need them for watches, remotes, cell phones, laptop computers, your vehicle, or your golf cart. Go see him, 2618 North Frontage Road, in between exit 152 and 153. John Dufour and his crew will take good care of you. And, of course, you can give them a call, 601-693-1500. They're open 8 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. Your one source for batteries and golf cart repair. Battery One Source.
I wished I had video. You could have seen me loading the golf cart on the trailer by pushing it. That was quite the
Maybe
ordeal.
Debbie needs to record that sort of thing.
I
for
don't
us.
know if she did or not, but it would.
Now,
be,
what about when you fell in the pool and twisted your ankle? I mean, did we have that on camera?
Thank goodness, no video from that. Even
It's
though
really disappointing. You need some more cameras around the house.
She tried all the Ring cameras to see if they captured it, but they did not. Thank goodness.
Wow.
And I did clean the pool yesterday without falling in.
I'm about
so
to say,
I
yay!
accomplished
Wow. That was
it was
accomplished.
It was a good day. I was able to blow off the deck. I was able to put the
I
dolphin
blew off
in.
a lot of work. I was like, I'm not doing that. Forget it.
It's New Year's Day.
Blowing it off.
I'm sitting on my can all day.
That's right. Watching football.
Mowed some leaves and chopped them up.
Mowed the leaves.
Yeah.
Are they growing?
They seem to.
Okay.
I don't know
gotcha.
what happens, but every January 1st for me is leaf mowing day.
Leaf mowing. Mulching?
Mulching them up
Mulching
there.
and mowing.
Yeah.
All right.
Because, you can rake them, I guess, but we just...
I never tried that.
Why do that when you can mulch them up?
Yeah.
Become good nutrients for your yard.
Nutrients.
I can't think of a better thing to do right now, though, than get out of here for Glenn Beck, because he's looking through the glass. He's saying,
back.
look, I'm back from vacation.
Banging on the window.
And you guys need to leave. So, Rob, what are your words for the audience before we leave today?
Enjoy your first Tuesday of the new year.
Wow.
Charles.
Yes, Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
See you
Remember,
tomorrow.
bye.